We're live, it says. I look like a little, I don't know, our heads look way smaller than I think that they actually would be. This is our camera quality.
It sucks.
Shit sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I guess I'm Donovan. This is Donovan. And we're here to talk to DOOK World, which is also Donovan. I don't like the way my head looks, to tell you the truth.
I have a big head. I think my head looks bigger than yours. Like I have like a big head because of my hair too.
Yeah, because your hair. No, you still got a big fucking head because
I got a big head.
God, sorry for our first live stream. I guess it's, I don't know. I'm still amazed how small my head looks. My head's actually really big, you guys. I got a big head.
The thing is, we don't usually see ourselves live.
No, I guess not. I slow ironed this today. My goatee. Slow ironed it. My grandma's birthday. Yeah.
Was my widow's peak coming in, or am I just going bald?
Both. They said I was going bald. I just shaved my head bald now, and I still haven't gone bald.
No, you're not going bald.
Hey, Forrest. Yeah. Look over here and wave to everybody with your controller and tell everybody hi. Forrest. Okay. Come on, 1, 2, 3, go. Hello. Hello. Wave with your controller so they can see the light.
Yep. There you go. Better, way better.
Introducing Bubs. He's 4 feet nothing, and he can handle a polar bear if you had to. Give me some son. So
whole polar bear for us.
Okay.
Look at the size of his head.
Is your bigger than Duka's?
Whose head's bigger, Duka's or my head?
Daddy is bigger, but Duka's way bigger than his head. But Dad is taller than Duka.
No, Duka's bigger now than Daddy. Maybe not right here, but he's getting there. Let's see those guns for us. Let's go over here, Duka. Here, we'll scoot this way.
Look, I've been trying.
Oh yeah, look at those.
See, he's trying to get.
That's my left arm.
Let's see yours, Bubs. Let's see my left arm.
See, it's less defined than the right.
See, it's like skinnier, but that muscle.
But feel mine.
That muscle is.
Feel right here, Duka. Feel right there. So like my muscle's like this big.
Yeah. Yeah. You can feel that.
Is yours? So this is right here. Right here. Look how that's bulky as shit. This is just about as big as that. That's good.
That's good. Look at this one.
That's your main end. That's our those young little.
You know what I do? My room, I just lift myself every time I play a game.
So
3 times.
You want to know, like, some of my regimens back in the day were like I would run a lot, but that was just to keep myself in shape. I used to do a lot of what do they call them, like sideshow stuff. So like I used to be able to do one-handed pull-ups. And when I found out I could do a one-handed pull, I used to be able to do probably about 150 of those before I got tired. Yeah, just 1, 2, 3. Just
how much did you weigh?
175. I was still really big.
But that's really.
But I could bench 450. When I would bench press as much as I could, the bar in the middle I could only bench probably 4 times before it completely curled in on me. That was just to show off.
That's like The body's about to snap.
I used to get under my dad's truck with the heel of my foot, and I'd be able to leg push it 3 times, lift it off the ground.
whole car.
The whole car. The front of it at that.
Yeah, the metal car.
Yeah. I ran 10 to 15 miles a day. I could easily ride 25 miles a day on my bike.
But what were you putting your body through?
It was complete bullshit. I was putting myself through food regimens.
That's what I don't really get
That-
right now.
That hurt me a lot. So I was probably only consuming in one day maybe 2,000 calories.
You say only because that's not enough at all.
No, for my weight and everything, it wasn't. It was me. The reason why I did a lot of this was I was just high school, you know. I got kicked out of Manual High School, and so when I started going to this other school, they didn't have a regular gym, a regular, you know, that type of activity. So the school somehow got a contract with this former football player who didn't make it to the big time, and he became our coach. And there was no place to play ball or nothing, so he'd make us run around the block 1,000,000 times.
Just the street block.
Yeah, and I was already used to that shit though. But then what was tight is that he started thinking outside the box. He would give us like a list of buildings downtown, and it was a scavenger hunt. He would say, at this address, you would have to go and find out where this name was at in the building.
You'd have to go find a name, like a
Yeah.
scavenger hunt.
It was a scavenger. It was for a gym. So they ended up, you know, a lot of us, when we had his class, we would go to the scavenger hunt, but we just check off it like if we found everything, because he wasn't asking for like pictures or nothing. And then we would just go get high and drink and bullshit until the end of the day. And then we'd have to walk back to the school and say, oh yeah, we found everything. It was, or we didn't find everything.
How would you even prove it in the first place?
It was all off of judgment. Like, I believe you.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, we got caught doing that shit a lot. So they ended up actually getting a place, not a gym, a place where we could go work out. Before they got that place, we ended up going to a gym downtown. When I went to this gym, there's a swimming pool there. You could lift all the weights and everything you wanted and everything. When I went in, though, I met this guy named Muggsy. And I was like, damn, man, you seem so familiar. What's your last name? He was like, Berzosa. I was like, oh, Berzosa? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, cuz we must be related. I have a whole bunch of family Berzosa. My auntie Marilu Berzosa. My grandma's a Berzosa. My cousin Johnny's a Berzosa. Marie. He was like, yeah, I'm cousin Muggsy Berzosa. He's like, I'm related to Bernadette and all of them. And I was like, damn, cuz. I was like, you work here at the gym? And he was like, yeah, I volunteer here. Cousin Muggsy Berzosa is his name. Muggsy.
His real name.
Then he died like 3-4 months after I met him. I guess who his brother was.
Oh.
Mitchell Berzosa. I knew Mitch my whole life, growing up. Mitchell Berzosa.
And you never met his brother?
Never met cousin Muggsy until he passed. I probably did when I was younger, but I didn't. He didn't recognize me, and I didn't recognize him. Cousin Jeremy went to that school with me. Your Nino Timmy went to that school for a little while. Cousin Joe went to that school for a little while. Mike Jones went to that school. E-Tef went to that school. I even took Tigger to that school because he got kicked out of Manual. It was a good school. You know what I'm saying? I didn't finish though. I didn't finish. Back to the point of why it worked out. I don't even know. I used to just smoke my weed, go run. That's where it all started.
That's how you worked out.
They asked me to try out for the football team. It was Emmanuel Thunderbolts, not the Manual fucking killer squad or anything. It was Manual Thunderbolts. Our big rival was East Angels, East High School Angels.
Something cool.
But I tried out for football. I ended up getting on the team probably 3 months after trying. I hit varsity. I played for maybe 2 months before I got caught running on the field with a blunt, getting high. I live right across the street from the school. Right across the street was the school. Right across the street from where I live was the school and the swimming pool. Behind that was the baseball field and the track. And that's where I used to go run. Was that track. That was before they put in the dog park. We used to have a basketball court. We used to go play ball. And they put in a dog run or dog park or anything. I don't know what the fuck you call it. Turned everything
Like
into
a dog track.
dusty piss. It was just for dogs. Just go run. Where our basketball court used to be, they put a dog park. Niggas, white people used to take their dogs. I remember one time where I was taking Cosmos there. There's nobody. I used to take him at the end of the day because Cosmos, he liked only boy dogs. He didn't like other female dogs. So he'd fight other girl dogs, no matter the size. I used to take him at the end of the day. I remember going and these two white couples were there, and I was at my dog running around, and you can't judge white people, but they did approach me and say, "What's your dog's name?" I said, "His name's Cosmo." They're like, "Cosmo?" Oh, you ain't saying it right. Cosmo. And they're like, "Cosmo?" I was like, "No, his name's Cosmo." They're like, "Oh, where'd you get that name from?" I was like, "That's just his name." Anyway, they said, "Well, how do you feel about there being a dog park here at your school?" I said, "This used to be all grass and a little piece of concrete where I used to play basketball." I said, "Now it's all dirt. It smells like piss. And all I see is you motherfuckers everywhere." That's all I see. This lady goes, "Oh, that's gentrification." You know, I didn't know what gentrification even meant. I was just like, "Oh, I thought that was some kind of disease we had."
It looks like it's spreading sickness. Yeah.
So that part is where I used to work out, where I used to play ball, that's what I did. I just played ball and smoked weed, listen to music, and once every couple of months I go to a concert and go fucking all out on a mosh pit. Hardcore. Hardcore. I fell 2 stories in a building one time.
What?
Because I went crowd surfing. I hit the ground with such impact that I'm pretty certain I lost a tooth. I swallowed that tooth, shit that tooth out, and didn't know until like 2 months later. And I was like, "There's a hole in my fucking mouth." I was missing a whole tooth. I was at an ICP concert. It's fun.
Got 2 stories. 2 months later.
But I was in such fit shape when I hit that floor. I like bounced up. I hit the ground like I fell. I remember feeling myself fall before I could realize, oh shit, you're falling. Before I could even realize that I hit the ground. And I just bounced up. Boom, and I was like, ah.
You bounced so far up, it just put you back on your feet.
Just right on my feet. If I were to do that now, I would die.
Yeah, it's over.
Fucking die.
Oh,
You were so in like superhuman shape. You done bounced yourself off the ground on your own feet.
Pretty hard too. I mean, the sound it made, everybody in the concert kind of stopped and like looked because it was such a just a thud, just a dry drop thud, just. And I remember jumping up and realizing I'm good, and just being like, I'm good. Said some shit like that. ICP concert though, dude. I was full of makeup, just having a great time.
You only see a juggalo fall 2 stories and get back up.
Hard. Let me tell you, it was hard. It was so hard that the next day I woke up and I used to wear jumpsuits for concerts just so I didn't get too messy. And the jumpsuit was stuck. The zipper,
I remember seeing you pictures.
the zipper was stuck in my bag. And when I took it off, I literally had to like kind of pull it off of my skin. It was stuck on my back like that. Like I hit the ground so hard, my skin went into the zipper part seamlessly.
What?
I had to pull it off. I had a whole fucking strip down my back like that.
Gee, like
That was the same week one of my homies threw a Molotov cocktail at the side of Manual High School's.
at the school?
Yep. Tried to light it on fire.
Not your homie, Dad. That was a cousin.
These niggas, the ambulance came, the fire department came, the cops came, investigating. He went to I lived right across the street from the school. He went to my house, called me, brought me to the school where the cops and everybody were at. And he was like, look at this shit. Did you look at this shit? Can you see this shit? I go, what? He goes, brick don't burn. Brick don't burn. He was in a jumpsuit at that time with a fucking turban on his head.
Oh, he looked like a terrorist?
He looked like a terrorist. The cops didn't say shit to him. He just sat there watching them put out the fire he just created.
He's like, look at this.
He's like, look, can you believe this? I'm like, God damn, it's on fire. He's like, no, bricks don't burn. Bricks don't burn. This is a contained fire, he's telling me. It's just in one spot. I'm like, this looks tight though. He's like, but there's nothing else to, it's all brick. Everything else is brick. There's nothing to light house on fire. I go, hey, and the whole front of the school is glass and paint and plastic. If he would have thrown it there, the whole school would have lit up. He threw it on the side of the building where the staircase was at, and there was just one pane of glass there. He threw it out the glass. It didn't break the glass. It lit the glass on fire. But the edges were all, it was all brick. There was no way for it to spread. It was brick. So he came and got me. They didn't even say, hey, Donovan, check this fire out. Or he just said, hey, can I show you something? I was like, yeah. Went across the street. There's like 4 fire trucks there, 2 ambulances, like 10 cops there. It was just commotion everywhere. And we just sat there a little bit further from where the commotion was at. He's like, can you believe? He looks like a terrorist. He has his jumpsuit, his one suit is just anarchy. He just drawing art, anarchy
symbols all over.
I have a picture of this motherfucker. He's just crazy. Crip. He was a Crip nigga too. This nigga was straight.
He was there anarchist.
Like he would put Snoop Dogg to shame the way his ebonics were. He Crip talked like that shit, like it wasn't going outside. But he was also confused because he wanted to be an activist. He was just a very confused young little nigga. And I believe some of the shit he believed, but he'd do shit like that, and I didn't believe him. He took a pistol on a camping trip with us with the school one time. And it wasn't like a camping trip just up in your own regular mountains. We drove across the state to get into another state, and we get to this other state. This motherfucker's posing with a little Glock, just just posing with a black. But the teacher took a picture of him with all of us. Hey, right before he snapped the picture, he grabbed his gun as fast as he could and pulled it out. It was like, hey, snapped the picture, put it back in his pocket. And at that time, you know, and not everybody had phones that took pictures. So, you know, a lot of these pictures were just on the camera. So what we were gonna do is that all the pictures I took, I was gonna give him my camera, and all the pictures he took, he was gonna give me his camera. So that ended up happening. But what happened was I gave him my camera, which he never gave me any of the pictures back. So I took his camera when I developed the pictures. I didn't give him any of his motherfucking pictures back. And so it was through his eyes. If I were to tell you his name now, you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? That's where this nigga came from? Yeah, that's where that nigga came from. So I told him, I said, hey, you don't get tired of this shit? And he was like, what? He was like, I don't think that you should get tired of feeling mad about niggas just shooting.
Right outside the house.
I don't even know if y'all heard that, but
I hear that.
they're letting off.
Does he record the whole stream then?
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
I really wanted to.
This is our first stream, by the way. So you know what we're gonna do right now is actually we're gonna take a brief pause. And we're gonna try to adjust some shit. But we've been on now for 21 minutes and 50-some seconds. To be continued. If you niggas want to hear more about my homie, just to be continued. And then I'll tell you some shit about when I was on some shit. That kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? To be continued. This is Donovan. We're talking to DOOK. Like,